So just the other day I was talking to some young adults. They ranged anywhere from 25 to 30 years old. And they're all were college grads. And I told them that I was going to go visit Doc Holliday's grave. And they all looked at me bewildered. Who's Doc Holliday? And I'm like, who's Doc Holliday? You know, Doc Holliday, OK Corral, Wyatt Earp. And they all go, who's Wyatt Earp? Oh my God. So I realized I need to explain who Doc Holliday is before I start anything. The past speaks to us. Let's go see what it has to say. John Henry Holliday, better known as Doc Holliday, suffered from the disease consumption, which is also known as tuberculosis or TB. It is thought he contracted TB from his mother, who died of consumption. Doc was originally a dentist from Georgia and came to the dry air west as a treatment for his disease. After spending time in Dallas, Texas, Denver, Colorado, Las Vegas, New Mexico, and Dodge City, Kansas, he ended up in Prescott and Tombstone, Arizona. And yes, it is pronounced Prescott and not Prescott. He was known to be a heavy drinker and gambler, but he was also known as a good friend to the Earp brothers, especially the infamous Wyatt Earp. In Tombstone, he partook in the notorious gunfight at the OK Corral with the Earp brothers. After the OK Corral incident, Doc and Wyatt got into a fight, and Doc left for Pueblo, Colorado, and then back to Denver. He eventually met up with Wyatt again in Gunnison, Colorado. They mended their friendship, but it wasn't the same, and they went on their separate ways. After leaving Gunnison, he went to the booming mining town of Leadville, Colorado. At this time, his health was deteriorating. By 1886, he came to Glenwood Springs, Colorado, searching for relief from consumption. He checked into the Hotel Glenwood. He sought relief from the local sulfur vapor caves, which are still in existence today. But he was too far gone. He was shortly bedridden for 33 days and only was able to get up twice. He was delirious and in and out of a coma. 24 hours before he died, he did not speak. He died at 10 a.m. on November 8th, 1887. He was buried that afternoon in Glenwood Cemetery on the high bluff above Glenwood Springs. Friends he had made in his short time in Glenwood Springs took up a collection for his burial. But there are some that say that his body was taken back to his hometown of Griffin, Georgia. There are 2 unmarked graves in the Oak Hill Cemetery that are thought to be Doc Holliday and his father, but that has never been proven. So we're coming up to where Doc Holliday died, the building that he died in. Now the actual building that he died in stood right here, and it burnt down and it was rebuilt and became Bullock's department store. Still to this day it's called Bullock's, but it was this building right here where the building stood, the hotel. It was called Hotel Glenwood, and that's where he died. So I'm in Glenwood Springs right now, and I'm standing where the Pioneer Cemetery used to be. I'm at the 12th Street ditch, and Palmer is right behind me. And right in this area right here is where the cemetery used to be. And the people in the town were upset that this cemetery was sitting where all the drainage was. So they made them move all the bodies up to the hill, and that is where Doc Holliday is now. So Mr. Martini and I right now we're at Bennett and 12th Street in Glenwood Springs, and so this is the Pioneer Cemetery trailhead, and there's this really nice little area that you can sit, kind of an interpretive area that takes you up to the trail to Doc Holliday's grave. Up above is where Linwood is now. Again, this is a pretty good grade going up to Doc Holliday's grave. So take water, take breaks, and remember you're in altitude. Once you get to the top of the trail and enter the graveyard, go to the northwest side towards the edge of the hill, and you'll find Doc resting in peace. And another notorious character is also buried here, Kid Curry. He rode with Butch Cassidy, but that's a story for another time.